It's round one of the MIAA playoffs here for the Rockland Bulldogs at Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's the first game of November, and it is beautiful out here in Rockland, Massachusetts. I'm your commentator, Ben Carpini, alongside my other host, Gerald Ellison, and we have a great matchup tonight between the Rockland Bulldogs and the Seekonk Warriors. Gerald, do you have anything to say about this game? I know it's a very highly anticipated game. It's Jersey night. You guys can see we both got our jerseys on. I got Justin Herbert. He's got Vince Carter. We got a, it looks like the fan section's starting to fill up here. We got a great atmosphere. So, Gerald, what are you thinking about this game so far?
I think that, honestly, we got a good atmosphere going on, and I think we should just right out the gate just pile drive these guys down. We don't know who they are. They don't know who we are. So let's just take that for an advantage and just go out there and have fun.
And I like that a lot, Gerald. And it's important to mention that the Bulldogs had a bye week last week, so they've now had 2 weeks of straight practice. And as we are set to kick off, I can hear Rockland High School Band. They're playing some Star Wars over there. We are hyped and ready to go. We are good to go for kickoff here as number 20, Jake Common, goes for his first playoff kickoff of his career. And that ball is up and away, hits the field at about the 25-yard line, and flag is out as it goes out of bounds.
We have Joe Warner jumping up and down.
Already there is a lot of commotion. And I will tell you this, the refs are already not happy because they were very adamant at the beginning of the game. They wanted no arguing at all from the players, and they're already getting it. And it's the first play of the game, so they're already pretty angry.
So we'll see here the Rockland defense getting a snap at it for the first time today. And all I'm hoping right here is just contain. If Seekonk gets a little bit of motion, a little bit of moving the chains, all I want them to do is contain the long plays. Do not let anything long go for them. Nothing long.
And I'm going to talk about this every time we talk about the Rockland defense. This is star-studded. I mean, you got 2 captains already. You got number 50, Austin Clark, number 52, Leary Costa. You got number 23 out in the secondary, Lucas Leander, and number 41, Jacob Coldstrings, also in the second. So you have 4 captains right out there on the defense. You have a ton of other guys who I am not going to mention right now as we get set for the first play here. As Seekonk takes a snap, it's a handoff to the right side of the field by number 7, who will get a gain of about 8 there on the play. Number 7 for Seekonk being Joseph Nolan, a sophomore.
Oh, okay, sophomore. You know, usually the running back position is one of those top-notch upperclassmen, but we see it here as a sophomore. He's probably definitely talented enough to be there.
That's what I was immediately thinking. Is usually when you see a younger guy, Gerald, on the varsity field, a sophomore especially, you're going to expect to see some pretty high talent. So
definitely,
you can definitely expect that out of Nolan tonight. You can probably are going to see a big game from him. As we get set here, 1 receiver wide right. We got 2 left. Tight end on the left side. Seekonk quarterback takes the snap. It's a QB keeper right up the middle, who keeps going down the middle.
That is number 3, Jason Aruda.
And Aruda gets the ball to the Bulldog about the 45-yard line, and Rockland coaching staff is really not happy with that play.
You know what? I was kind of wondering, well, the play art there, Ben, they had a lineman almost lined up in the tight end position there on the left side, so I was like, they have it again here, and they have him on the right side.
Well, and clearly they're already adjusting as Joe Werner comes out for Sam D'Souza as the ball is snapped here again to number 7, Nolan, who gets a gain of about 6 yards there. And that's exactly why they just subbed in D'Souza because, he's big, he's muscular, he will stop that run. And I don't mean to, talk bad about Joe Werner, but it's just an intangible that, Sam D'Souza has that Werner doesn't. It's that size difference that's really going to clog up the middle.
Definitely, Ben. They are loving the set of 2 receivers on the right and 1 on the left, and they love having that big lineman a little bit far back in the line and ready to possibly pull or lead up for a block for the running back. It's working both ways.
And QB keeper taken down by number 58, Jalen Johnson there, as that ball is going to go for probably less than a yard, but that was a nice tackle there, almost a tackle for loss. I think it was a tackle for loss actually by Jalen Johnson. That's going to set up 3rd and 4.
I think that was maybe a yard or so, but still a very good play there by senior Jalen Johnson. He's been fairly injured lately for Rockland, but when he comes and he's on the field, he's there to show at all times. He reminds me of like Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs. He just erupts when he's on the field.
Aruda takes a snap. It's a handoff again to Nolan, who cuts outside, charges through. This is going to be a close one if he gets the first down here, but that was right on the first down marker line. We're going to see what they spotted here. And from the looks of it, it is a first down, although I would have to say that that might be a questionable call looking from up here.
Yeah, definitely, Ben. It looked like a little bit of inches off, but, you know, not every call is going to go our way, even though we want it to, and not every call is going to go our way.
That's just a part of the game. That's it's disappointing, but they will get used to it.
Yep.
And we're still yet to see a pass here from the Seekonk offense, but you're right, they are lining up 3 receivers pretty much every play, and you can't blame them. You got Leander, Sean Geary, and Gavin Wardwell in the secondary playing corner, so you have a tough matchup there already for all 3 of these receivers.
Number 11.
Yep. And
Swallowed.
Defense swallows them up. That's Sam D'Souza, Jalen Johnson right there.
Very, very good defensive line play. I love to see it time and time again. I say it, we need a good defensive line. In high school football, you're going to see a lot of run game. You're going to see a couple fans actually would like to see the ball go in the air, but you're going to see a lot of run game early on in the game just to figure out what's going to happen. And you're going to need the defensive line to show up in these first couple drives here, and it's happening. It's happening as we see it.
And that was a beautiful play here as Aruda's in the backfield out of the shotgun. He's got a running back to his left. It's a pass play. He wheels out right. He finds a receiver after the first down mark, taken down by about 3 Bulldogs there on the catch. I believe, was that number 1? That was number 1, Kevin Crow, senior.
I think it was number 11, but.
Oh, it was number 11, I'm sorry. Evan Seals, also a senior?
Yeah.
It's hard to read the numbers up here.
It's all right. Is that Sam D'Souza subbing out for number 70? Is that Liam Wallace?
That's Liam Wallace, I believe, yes.
Liam Wallace, that's a senior right there. And while Rockland's in this somewhat, I feel like, man-to-man defense, I don't know football that well, they got to be scared now on these comeback routes and these shallow routes that Seekonk is going to give them.
And whistle is blown before they can get the play off here. That is going to be, pardon me, that's a flag. We're going to see what they call here. And that's a penalty on the defense. That's going to move Seekonk forward.
All I want is great officiating both ways. So we're going to get that back eventually throughout the game.
And these playoff refs, they don't fool around, Gerald. I mean, they were very, very serious with the Bulldog and the Seekonk sideline to begin the game. So you're going to get a hopefully fair game here. So that's a handoff to Nolan, who cuts back inside to the right, still moving. He cuts all the way to the other side of the field. He's still moving, gets taken down around the 6-yard line. And that's one that the Bulldogs are going to want back there.
That is, yeah, as you said, number 7, Joseph Nolan, he is big. He's a big dude that is just, he's going to take you down vertically and diagonally, and it's scary. That's probably the first time in a while me sitting up here and commentating and seeing someone miss 3 or 4 tackles, go from missing 3 or 4 tackles. I've never seen it.
And again, he's a sophomore. He's not starting for no reason. So you definitely may expect a high level of talent.
That's the sophomore right there, Ben? Oh, holding?
Oh, I don't know. A holding wouldn't move the ball that far back because he got that ball at the 6-yard line. Now it's spotted at the 25. That's 10 yards behind where it was spotted originally, or about 10 yards.
Looks like we got to stop talking when the ref is going to talk.
Yeah.
I got to get it for the refs here. They're being very verbal today. Usually the head ref is not very verbal when he's making his calls, and we got to seek out what.
I respect it. I respect it. Bulldogs have 4 pass rushers here. Pardon me, 5 as Aruda hands it off to number. That's QB keeper.
Good job swallowing it up. Jalen Johnson. Looks like number 10. Number 10 for Rockland.
That's Sean
Geary. Still getting my numbers down. We have Captain Austin Clark getting his guys in line, getting the defensive line in line, trying to get this stop here in the red zone.
Halfway through the first quarter here, it's 2nd and 9 for the Seekonk Warriors.
We've seen this set, Ben. We've seen this set time and time again. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, and this weird lineman a little bit too far back playing the tight end role.
Hand off to number 21. That's his first carry of the night. That is Harry Murphy, senior.
I wonder why they got Joseph Nolan out there. That guy is kind of small for a running back. Usually in the NFL, you got some small running backs, but they're speedy. Usually it's good to have those speedy small running backs because they can miss those tackles. But at the high school level, I think we got to go with those stocky, big running backs that are just going to get you that extra yards and find those extra yards.
I agree. Because, the Bulldogs just have such a big offensive line. It's such a muscular and, they're just very athletic all around. So it's going to be hard to really speed past that line. It's 3rd and medium here as we're likely going to see a pass here by the Warriors. Aruda, shotgun, takes a snap. Play action pass. He zips it over left.
Oh.
And
very, very great play by Colstring. That is incomplete.
that was amazing. That was very good defense by Colstring, and that's going to set up 4th and 6 here. We're going to see what their call is. I don't see a change in units.
That is Joe Werner checking in for Jalen Johnson, giving him a break on 4th down.
And that's a sign that they're most likely going to have less pass rushers here. If they do go for it, which it looks like they are, they're expecting a pass. They're going to send less guys in and more guys into the not the backfield, pardon me, the secondary and the linebacker area.
See if we get a new set here. It is,
2 receivers left and right.
Yeah.
Aruda out of the shotgun.
First time seeing number 28, I think, out wide.
And they get the Bulldogs offsides. That's going to count against them. 4th and 1 here as they're able to get the hard count.
Is that Logan Rogers right there?
I think that was Logan Rogers and someone else who I didn't see, but
Sam D'Souza checking in for Joe Werner.
Yep.
So we'll see what the defense what we see from the defense or Rockland.
And there's that adjustment there. They're subbing in the big guys when they need it, right? It's 4th and 1. You're expecting probably an inside run, outside run here. So you're going to stack that line with guys like Sam D'Souza, who are big and can fill those gaps. Okay, if it's a pass, it's a 4th and 6 is a very different situation than 4th and 1. So of course they're going to be looking to stack that line with bigger guys who are really going to stuff the gaps. Whereas on a 4th and 6, you're going to see more of a passing defense.
It's 4th and 1. I didn't even realize. I'm going through the motions. It looks like as a commentator because I did not know it was 4th and 1, Ben. Alrighty, if I could guess here, we're going to have a run up the middle.
Yep.
With the pulling tight end.
Nolan. Ooh, that's close. I don't know if he got that. And let's see what the call is. Bulldog ball. Turnover on downs.
Good job.
Good work, Dogs. I didn't see who made the tackle. It looked like a lot of Bulldogs there on the D-line. But
I knew Sam D'Souza got a little lick on that one.
That was a great effort.
I can guarantee it.
Great effort by the whole team there. As 1st and 10 sets up for the very first play of the Bulldogs drive here. We have 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first quarter of play as Moriarty comes on for his first playoff appearance this season. Of course, first playoff game. It's a handoff to Colstring, who is able to stay up for a bit of time, but he's only going to get about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
But did you see Colstring just evade that lineman that just instantly on the backfield? That week off is really giving Colstring some fresh legs. You know what Colstring can do with some fresh legs?
Yes.
He can run the ball from where the line of scrimmage is right now all the way to the end zone.
That was very elusive. That's something that, we see a lot of quickness and a lot of powering through, but that was very elusive play, and that's nice to see from Colstring. As that's a handoff again to Colstring. This one's up the left side of the field. He's going to get that ball very close to the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and about 1 here. Oh, that moves the chains. Pardon me. Fresh out of downs here.
I'm loving the crowd tonight.
This is great energy.
Not as much people as I wanted it to be, but you gotta get you gotta take what you got.
Well, we got a fairly small school, and I'm telling you, I see quite a lot of fans over there. So I am very glad with what I see as Moriarty takes a snap. Handoff again to Colstring up the right side of the field, who's still going. He'll get the first down and then some. About 16 yards on the carry for Jake Colstring there. That was a nice run. That exemplifies what Colstring wants to do every single time he runs the ball.
And he is just pile driving through those linebackers there, Ben. That was perfect. And I'm telling you, these fresh legs are going to have a real big effect in this game here tonight. It's literally all the injuries that he must have and all. He's a fresh man, 100%.
That's true. We got 2 receivers left. That's Wardwell and Leander in the slot. It's another handoff to Colstring towards the left side of the field. This time, he is still on his feet, almost stuffed by the Seekonk D-line, but rolls around outside and turns what would have been a loss of about 1 yard into a gain of about 5. That was very good one by Jay Colstring.
Yeah, and I wanted to make this comment earlier. The Seekonk D-line doesn't look more big. It doesn't look like a regular D-line. The Rockland D-line, we got some big guys, and Seekonk doesn't really look big. They look built, but they don't look big.
No, they almost look more like linebackers. They don't look like defensive linemen.
Yeah, they look like someone that's just gonna run off the edge and sack your quarterback. But we're Rockland. We're gonna run the ball.
Moriarty takes a snap outside right to Jay Colstring, who's on his feet, tripped up after a gain of about 15 yards. He gets the ball to the Seekonk about 40-yard line.
Holy moly! This is. Is that Giovanni Cornell on his right leg?
That is.
They're calling Senior Patrick. I saw in the Joseph. I think it might be a cramp.
Well, he is off the field nonetheless here. That's number 51, Giovanni Coronel.
I have a feeling that's a cramp. Good that he can get off the field.
Obviously, we hope the best for him. He is an integral part of this O-line here for the Bulldogs center, I believe.
I saw him in the trainer's room earlier today, stretching out that right leg and rehabbing that right leg, and sadly, it's bothering him.
Of course, we hope he's okay up here. We got 1 receiver left. Leander is very close to the right side of the field here in a trips-like formation as Moriarty is in the shotgun. DePina is the running back. It's a pass. Moriarty flies one out to a wide-open Lucas Leander. The question is, can he keep this one in bounds? The refs say no.
Wow. I couldn't really see anything over the coach's bend, but I thought that was in.
That was close. I'm gonna give the refs the benefit of the doubt because the coaches are out here, so I couldn't really see that. But that was a tough one to call, and I think
fan section is not happy with that one because they had a clean view from that one. They could have officiated that. It would have been a little biased, but they could have properly officiated that one.
Leander was wide open on that play, so that's a bit of a disappointment here as we have 2nd and 10. We got 2 receivers out wide left. That's DePina in the backfield as the running back. Moriarty takes a snap, handoff up the middle to DePina as he powers his way through for a gain of about 6 yards. About 5 yards. That's going to be 3rd and medium here for the Bulldogs.
So, Ben, I have a question. Do we usually see DePina getting his runs in the first quarter?
That's barely ever in the first half. So to see him in the first quarter already getting touches on the ball, that's a good sign to see.
That's definitely some week off adjustments right there.
And that's number 7 for Seekonk. That's the sophomore, Joseph Nolan, hobbling off the field. That's not a good sign for Seekonk at all. Coming in for him is number 42. That's Blake Young, Jr. But that's not a good sign for Seekonk. Their star running back so far almost punched it in for a touchdown. So that's not a good sign for them.
Definitely not. Ref is telling him, play ball.
And Giovanni Coronel's back in the game, I'm looking. He's back at the center spot. Leander is to the right, Wardwell is to the left. Moriarty's out of the shotgun. That's Colstring in the backfield. Moriarty zips one to Lucas Leander, who does not get tackled and instead gets pushed out of bounds for the first down. As the chains are going to keep moving here. I could have been wrong about that. I think it's still 4th down. Nope, chains are moving. 1st and 10. And with just over 30 seconds to go in the quarter here, Bulldogs, the game is still scoreless, I should mention. Bulldogs are looking to get on the board first in a very important, obviously a playoff game here. This is do or die.
Definitely, Ben. We got Leander and Wolwell lined up on left. And we got Colstring in the backfield.
We got Chance going here. Logan Rogers is going to motion from right to left here at the tight end position. Moriarty takes a snap. It's a handoff to the left side of the field to Colstring. Can he beat the D-end? He can, and he'll go out of bounds after a gain of about 6 yards.
I'm loving the fan section tonight. This is the first time I did not say the fan section. I couldn't hear the fan section. I'm loving it tonight.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic.
I am loving the fan section tonight. It's Jersey Day, so we got a lot of colors in there. And a lot of people just having fun tonight. When they hear it's a playoff game, they just they sprint themselves up to Veteran Memorial Stadium.
And with that play there, that is going to mark the end of the first quarter as we have a brief stoppage in play here. Bulldogs are going to talk this one out, as are the Warriors. When we return, Bulldogs ball, it's 2nd and 10 as we switch sides of the field. I want to make it important to note that if the Bulldogs do go down and score a touchdown here, this seems to be Common's worst side of the field. He seems to kick much better on the right side of the field, at least from where we're looking up in the booth. When I see him kick on the left side, it seems, I don't know if it's just, a different background, but it seems like something's off when he kicks on this side of the field.
I think it might be the power of friendship. His friends are in the stands and they're cheering him on, and
I would love to.
That's what it is. I think it's his couple of his friends also kicking that ball up there right in the goalpost for him too.
I would love that to be true. That would really show that Bulldog spirit right there. As Moriarty trots over to the huddle to tell his team to play. Refs motion for a resume in play. It's 2nd and medium here.
Same set as first down.
Moriarty motions Leander into the backfield. We have a 2-back look here. Hand off to Leander, who cuts out wide right. He's got a block from Colstrang, who's still going. He gets into the end zone. We'll see what they call it. No touchdown. He's very, very close to the end zone, but the refs are going to call it just short.
Holy moly. Absolutely great adjustment, Ben. We usually see that play out of a different set.
Yep.
They run that, they almost audible down like it was Madden. And they said, Leander, come down and let's go run this play that we ran 2 weeks ago, and that works. I love it. I love that play for Leander, and it came out of nowhere.
And I got to say, you can't forget the block by Colstrang there. That was very good here as Logan Rogers again motions from right to left at the tight end spot. Moriarty out of the shotgun, hands it off to Colstrang, who punches it up the middle. Can he get into the end zone?
I would say it's an end zone touchdown.
Yep,
touchdown.
Touchdown Bulldogs. Jake Colstrang there on the touchdown. He just, let's take a minute and listen to the crowd. That was awesome.
That's the loudest they've gone all year.
I think so.
They must love Colstrang, all right? Everyone loves Colstrang.
And Colstrang, he really showed his athletic ability there. He just punched that one right into the end zone. I mean, when you got the whole D-line collapsing in on you, that's tough. And Colstrang really showed his tenacity there to just go right through. As Common is going to get set up here for his PAT to put them up 7-0. Gavin Wardwell holding. Special teams is out there. We're going to see how this one goes. Again, Common is weaker on this side of the field than he is on the right.
Let's not jinx him, though.
Kick is up. Very good. That is a beautiful kick by Jay Common. And with that, 7-0. That was amazing. That was a good kick.
That was his best kick I've seen all year.
That had some air on it. That was a nice kick.
Man, this looks like a rejuvenated, refreshed Rockland team. They're hitting off on all cylinders. They look like they use this bye week to their absolute advantage.
I got to agree with you, Gerald. That was just a very all-around, very sound play by the Bulldogs on offense there.
So we go with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left, right shooting right into the second quarter with Bulldogs giving Seekonk the ball back in the last drive. Seekonk got all the way down to about the 8-yard line, and then they got called back to about the 20.
Yep.
So honestly, Seekonk has a good offense. Let's see if they limit the penalties and they hit off and get yards when they need to, when it matters in 3rd and 4th down.
Common's going to line up here to kick this one away. Seekonk has 2 back deep to receive. Refs whistle for it to be good. Common. Kick is up. It is fielded at about the 30, 29-yard line as he can't quite hold on to the ball there, but he'll just collapse on it.
So Ben, what could you want to see here out of the Rockland defense this drive?
If I'm being honest, I liked how we played last time. Obviously, we had that, mistakes. We had some mistakes letting them get all the way down. I think I do want to see a bit more pressure on the inside because I was seeing a lot of QB runs up the middle. I was seeing a lot of even inside runs up the middle. So I think what I really want to see is more inside defense. They're not really utilizing the pass as much, so maybe you can afford to send an extra pass rusher in there, but that's really what I want to see here. As Aruda takes a snap, hands it off to number 21, tackled behind the line by number 50, Austin Clark.
That is a captain, Austin Clark. That is very good tackle there. Grab him, wrap him up, tell him to sit down. That was perfect.
And that was number 21, Harry Murphy, senior, on the carry for Seekonk as he loses about 3 yards there for the Bulldogs. And that's going to set up a second and very long here.
That's what we want to see here is our captains and our big-time players make a big-time play.
And that's what I'm talking about, that inside defense there. That was all Austin Clark. That was a very good job by him.
He's
Aruda
fired up. You can see it.
Takes the snap. He wheels out right for a pass. Tackled by number 50. Fumble. Let's see who gets it. That looks like the Bulldogs might have got it.
You know what I'm scared about, though? I think this might be a face mask.
Yep.
I think I see Larry Costa face mask him there. I'm scared. I'm scared for us, our Bulldogs.
It looked like Costa got him on the face mask. We're going to see what the call is here.
I'm so scared here for the Bulldogs.
That would be Bulldogs' ball.
I'm scared. Yep, he's pointing to that area with Leary. He's ground him on the face. Jordan DePina's not happy with it either. The defensive line is just sitting there waiting.
And nope.
Yeah, is it a face mask? Roughing the pass or something like that. Face mask maybe. I don't know football that well, but they're giving Seekonk the ball.
And that's disappointing because that would have been, that probably would have put us up 2 scores there. And instead, that 2nd and 13 that the Bulldogs really worked hard to get is going to march the ball forward for an automatic first down there. That's disappointing.
I'm so happy. You guys can see the look on my face here. I am absolutely mad. I would say pissed off. I did say pissed off. I am absolutely pissed off that they're going to call that there. You know, the defense made a good play. Give us the ball, man. Let's go here. Let's persevere. We know we didn't get the call right here, and we're at almost 2 receivers on the left, 2 receivers on the right, almost 5 wide.
And that's a handoff to number 21. That's Harry Murphy, senior. He'll carry that one for about 7-8 yards.
That is a great tackle there by Logan Rogers because the receiver, inside receiver there had, I don't know who it was, but he had him wrapped up there for great block. And honestly, if Logan Rogers didn't hawk him down, he could have gone a little bit farther than that.
That's going to set up 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4 here.
I see Taryn Williams checking in for the game, checking in here. He's playing on number 11. He's a very big guy. It's a challenge. Same set as last time.
And that's again to Murphy, who gets the first down and then some. He'll get a gain of about 15 yards there. So he pushes that one up to the Bulldogs' 40-yard line. And I got to say, it was a beatdown to see them not get that call there because that was just we worked so hard to get the fumble, and I mean I'm not going to argue with the refs' calls, but I don't know, that one was tough.
I was definitely devastated from that, man. The fans are really pissed off about it, and I am too. Same set as last time. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. This time, no lineman in the backfield.
Here's Aruda, another handoff to Murphy, taken down, a nice wrap up there by Jalen Johnson, but threw him forward a little bit, probably gave him a couple extra yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
That is a great tackle. Great tackle. Rockland needs to get things under control on this side of the ball, and they need to figure out how they're going to stop these runs up the middle. And these DBs need to find a way to get off these receivers blocking them. They need to make a move to get them off them and help out and grab that tackle.
And we're going to see 2 receivers left and right here for a pretty unique set. They have no tight ends on the field. That's Murphy in the backfield alongside Aruda. Aruda is going to take the snap, handoff to Murphy as he will get taken down by a few Bulldogs, but notably I see Larry Costa in there for the tackle. That's going to be short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 3, it looks like.
Oh, Sam D'Souza checking in for Jalen Johnson. Can I mention it's Sam D'Souza's birthday? You know, if
I forgot about that. It is Sam D'Souza's birthday.
If anything you want, you know, have a playoff game and playing it on your birthday. That's awesome.
Happy birthday to Sam D'Souza from WRPS. I'll go ahead and say that right now.
Definitely.
We got one receiver left. To our right. Aruda's in the backfield. Into the shotgun rather. He has Murphy to his right, and that's a QB keeper. And that one is just stuffed up by almost the entire Bulldogs defense. That's going to be short of the first down.
That is great tackling by the Bulldogs right there. Did not let him go anywhere. What is the call here by the referees? Definitely short.
Yeah.
Yep. Fourth and 1. 4th and 1 here. Let's see the fans get hyped. Or if anything, we need it from the fans.
Yep, that's true. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half of play. So far, they are 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. We'll see if they keep it up. 2 receivers left and right, no tight ends on the field. Murphy out of the left. Aruda is going under center here. And that's going to be a QB keeper. Absolutely not, says the Bulldogs defense. They will stop that short, and that's going to be a second turnover on downs for the Seekonk Warriors. And with that, Bulldogs offense comes out for the second time tonight.
That is a great play there by Sam D'Souza. It was a group tackle, but Sam got there first and just pushed him back. And here it comes Michael Moriarty, number 7.
And the second I saw him go under center out of the shotgun, I knew it was a QB keeper. So I would imagine that the Bulldogs defense knew that as well. And that was a beautiful play by the entire defensive front line there. And that's a perfect way to set your offense up with some momentum here. As we see a trips left formation here, and that's going to,
it looks like
I believe, a false start. That was Leander out of the Wildcat formation there. He was in the shotgun. And we'll see what the call is here, although it looked like it might have been on the Bulldogs. Yep, they're marching this one back for a 1st and 15.
Coaches are fired up here. Yes, I can hear it. Coaches are so fired up here.
1st and 15, 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the first half.
Trips.
But again, we see Leander out of the Wildcat who takes this one left. Gets the block from Moriarty, jukes out a defender. He's got room. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Lucas Leander. Beautiful run by Leander there.
We are getting hyped. Love to see it. Love to see it. We are getting absolutely hyped.
I don't think you can ask for much more from Lucas Leander because that was beautiful. He was in the Wildcat formation. He was able to cut that one up. He threw off a defender completely off his feet, just absolutely swept him off. And he got a nice block there from the quarterback of all people, Michael Moriarty, and he pushed that one up easy. From here, we're going to see number 20, Jake Common, on the PAT attempt. But that was awesome right there. That was fun to watch.
Perfect. You know, you might as well just call him Playoff Leander, man.
Yep.
Coming up big in the Super Bowl and coming up big here, man. Coming up big.
Common's 1 for 1 on PAT so far. Can he keep it 2 for 2? That one is up, and it is no good, the refs say. And with that, it's going to be 13-0 here.
All right, fairly perfect. It was 2 plays. It was a 1-play touchdown for Rockland there. It almost felt like Madden. And, you know, I can't really reflect on it other than, like, just calling Wildcat and just giving it to Lucas. But, you know what I can reflect on is the Rockland defense. Ben, they've made so many adjustments throughout the Seekonk drive. And honestly, we haven't seen any missed tackles.
Nope.
They've just been wrapping them up and just have them sit right down. And that's exactly what you need with very athletic players on the Seekonk team.
And Common's going to be kicking away here. 13-0. 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half. As Common, his kick is up, and it is fielded, or not fielded, he is fumbled around with as number 2 has room to run. Let's see, can a Bulldog catch up with him? Missed tackle by Ian White, and he is brought down by Joe Werner at the Bulldogs' 10-yard line. That was a mishap by the special teams right there.
That is something that the Bulldogs are going to want back. You know,
Yep.
Jacob kicked it two kickoffs ago, and it went right into him, and then he dropped it, but he sat on it. This guy this time, he grabbed it and went off with it. And he's down now to like the 2-yard line.
And that was just ugly. That's a special teams blunder that you really cannot afford to have very often. And that was not on Common's kick. I mean, you look at him, he fumbled the ball at they're on his own 30-yard line. So he was able to all of a sudden, turn that into such a gain. That's a pretty ridiculous play for the Bulldogs special teams there. Here's Arruda out of the shotgun. He's got one receiver motions as a jet sweep to the left side of the field and shakes off Leary Costa, but he is brought down. That is number, let's see, I believe that's 41, Jay Colestring. Yep, that's 41, Jay Colestring on the tackle there.
Honestly, in the production making, they might just put like a Gerald meter like right here, man, because like it's either we get it's up here and then we get a Leander touchdown and it goes down fairly, and then we go and kick off and bring him down to the 8-yard line. He gets all the way down there and it's all the way back up, man. I'm pissed off. I might just leave this to Ben to commentate because I'm done. I'm absolutely done.
And we'll see a Rudy here out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. And same motion as last time. QB keeper up the middle, and that one is a touchdown for the Seekonk Warriors. That was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, Bulldogs defense got to be stable to stop a QB run.
Yeah, I had 3 things to check off there was on the Bulldogs drive was to get great tackling, was to have some good inside stuff, and 3, get off the blockers. And honestly, we couldn't do any of that drive. I'm supposed to be positive and commentate for this team, but it's like I'm about to cry, Ben. I'm almost about to cry because we didn't do anything that Gerald asked on his list. We let a QB
2-point conversion attempt. I'll let you go back to this, Gerald, in a second, but yep, they got it. 2-point conversion, 13-8 with just about 5.5 minutes to go. That's a mood killer if I've ever heard one.
All right, the beater. So this is the beater right here. We're all the way. We're skyrocketing. We're like anger from Inside Out right now. What is going on? The attitude on the energy here on the sideline, the Rockland sideline is piss poor. 1, 2. We are absolutely looking sloppy. I thought we looked perfect here, and we're looking sloppy. But you know what? I'm going to stay positive here, Ben, and pass it on to you.
Well, I do want to mention this, but Coach LaCour was furious at number 27, Dylan Reese, and I think that was the special teams player who gave that one up to get all the way down there. But he was in his face. He was furious, and I did just want to point that out. That the energy right now is really, really just kind of miserable on the sideline after that really defeating drive. They were up 2 scores, 13-0. You missed the PAT, but you're still, living on that high energy. And after that drive, it's just, that takes it out of you. And that's disappointing for a Bulldogs team that has, all this home team energy, and they're trying to get a dub here. And that really takes it out of you here as Seekonk kicks this one. It's high and to the middle, fielded by Leander, who is pushing up the middle. He's got room to run. Let's see what happens here. The 40, 30, 20, 10. Kick return touchdown by Lucas Leander.
Holy moly. Forget everything I just said, people.
The Gerald meter's up.
The Gerald meter's down. Absolutely down. Everything I just said. Leander makes me smile. I love it. He saw the hole and went with it. I absolutely love to see it. But you know what, Ben, can we make a comment about the special teams today? What is going on?
I don't understand how you do that on kickoff, and then all of a sudden kick return and you go do that. That's crazy. To me, that's ridiculous.
It's the Leander special.
Yep.
We call it the Leander special. I don't know. I'm speechless today. You know, Leander's making plays and he's making me smile.
That's what you expect out of Lucas Leander. Is they're going to go for 2 here to go up 3 total scores. Hand out to Colstring, that's in, touchdown. Or sorry, pardon me, 2-point conversion. So with that, 21-8, Bulldogs are up 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first half of play, rather. That was phenomenal kick return right there. I mean, really, how much more can you ask for?
Nothing, man. You know, if you don't got to get the offense on the field, don't get them on the field.
Exactly.
Don't get them on the field. Just give it to Leander and go. And you know what? Seekonk now is going to go make these adjustments and say, just squib it. Just squib it now. Don't kick it to him anymore. Now they know number 23. He's almost like playoff Michael Jordan, but he's Lucas Leander version. And Rockland has made adjustments of taking Dylan Reese off of the kickoff unit. You know, there's no more trust in him running that. And I just about agree.
Well, I do feel bad for him. Teammates are giving him, you know, support on the sideline because, you know, it's tough. You don't want to be the guy to blame in any sport, so that's tough. As that one out of bounds, but touched by Seekonk, so that's not going to be a flag.
You know, I've been saying this. They have slippery fingers. They literally do not know how to put their hands on the ball when Jake jets it right at their head. And somehow they happen to just grab it and go for forever with it. But, you know, we're on another chapter now. We're on the chapter where Leander goes and takes a kickoff touchdown, and now we're on defense. So let's focus on that.
Coach Fred Damon was very happy with that kickoff with Common, so that's obviously something that you want is your coach's support here. Bulldogs defense looking for a stop here to keep them up 2 scores. As Aruta's out of the shotgun, he's got 3 receivers left, 1 right. He's got 4 receivers total. And that's a handoff to Murphy as he is gobbled up by Sam D'Souza. He had nowhere to go. Sam D'Souza was right there in the middle of the lane, or in the middle of the gap, rather, and that was good defense right there. That's going to be second and, they're saying 2nd and 6 about, but I didn't think he got quite that much yardage.
You know, I'm keeping track every time Sam makes a good tackle because, you know, that's going to revert into birthday punches because I didn't give him out. So that's 17 or 6. That's 17 plus how many tackles he has today. I'm pretty sure he has about 3 or 4.
And another handoff to Murphy.
And that
taken down. Number 50, Austin Clark with the tackle for loss.
Perfect. Let's drive Seekonk out of this one. Just drive him out. Don't let him get anything. Don't let him get anything at all.
Well, ever since Nolan was injured in the first quarter, I haven't seen him since, at least on offense, and Murphy is just not putting up the same level of productivity for Seekonk. So as of now, is it time to abandon the run game, at least for a little while, to change it up for Seekonk? I think it might be.
Honestly, Ben, I don't think they really have much sets other than this one for passing game. And
another, play action pass. He'll take this one up the middle. It's a foot race. He'll get the first down and then some as he's still going. Taken down by Joe Erner and Gavin Wardwell as there's a flag on the play.
I'm scared what that call is.
And I can tell you this, the Seekonk coaches up here were very angry with that, so I would have to imagine that's getting moved back. Could have been a block from the back, is what I would be expecting. And we'll see what the call is here.
A little bit of heckling from the coaching.
Yeah, it's football.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yep. So Seekonk is going to get a blindside block and a holding call, both against them. And that is pretty much going, I think, entirely negate all of the gains that they just made. And with that, what would have been very, very damaging for the Bulldogs. We'll see what happens here. It looks like, yep, they're going to get the first down.
They better get the move on there, Ben, because my feeders, they on fire.
But that was originally about a 40-yard gain is taken down to only about
subbing in for number 10, Sean Geary.
We'll see how this one pans out. Seekonk has a fresh set of downs. They have about 3.5 minutes to go down and score, which is well enough time. Well, more than enough time, I should say, to have a successful drive. But so far, they've been pretty, unimpressing. So their only touchdown has come from a very fortunate kick return here as Arud is out of the shotgun. He snaps it to pass. Screen pass that's caught by number 28, tackled by Logan Rogers. That's a nice wrap-up tackle there. Number 28 for Seekonk being Christopher Amaral, senior.
Larry Costa in the line almost got a hand on that little screen pass or underneath pass. And those plays like that work if they got a fast, zippy guy to go get up the middle and just get some good yards on it. But the guy ran a little. He ran a lot lateral. You gotta run vertical there, and you gotta get up that field, not go to the other sideline. But anything that works out for us. 2nd and 7 here.
Bulldogs defense shifting here. Number 2 motions from right to left. It's another pass play. Aruda. Murphy cannot hold on to that one, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's on. This one is moving back for Seekonk. It's a holding call on number 75. That's Josh Troiano, senior. And with that, it's going to be 2nd and long here for the Seekonk Warriors.
We are moving down to about the 2-minute mark in the first half here for the Rockland Bulldog playoff game here. And as I said, if Seekonk wants to score some legitimate touchdowns other than going down the field with a kickoff, they need to limit their penalties.
Yep.
Their penalties have been nipping them in the butt, man. And
they've now had 3 penalties alone on this drive, 2 of them in the same play. So they're going to need to really knock it off if they want to get down the field. Arud is out of the shotgun. It's another pass play. He drops back, and he is sacked behind the line. That's number 50, Austin Clark, who will go down with a recorded sack there. Beautiful defensive play. And with that, 3rd and very, very long here.
Love to see it there out of Austin Clark.
Yeah, he's an amazing football player. He's played high school football all 4 years. He's graduating this year. Rockland's going to hate to lose him. Amazing football player, offense and defense. So he's been great so far.
Yeah, he's come up. He has came up very, very big for Rockland here. And as we move to the third quarter here, third down here for Seekonk, what could you really draw up here out of your playbook?
Well, Gerald, they've gotten some big plays before, and really what's held them back is the penalties. So if they can get another big play like they did at the very beginning of this drive and not get taken back with penalties, they can get this first down. Obviously, it's a pretty Herculean task right now. It's 3rd and 23, and that's not even counting the fact that they still need to get a touchdown on this drive to really go into this half confidently. So with 1 minute and 56 seconds to go, you're 3rd and 23. This is a monumental task for Seekonk, so they need to get this big play out here and then really manage their time with some nice passing plays that are going to move them down the field, because their run game has basically been shut down this morning. 3rd and 23, you pass. You pass deep. You don't go for some little run here, as Aruda has no running backs in the game for him. And he's got pressure coming in from Logan Rogers, evades the sack, flies one out deep, and great defense by number 4, Taryn Williams. Gets that ball incomplete, and with that, 4th and 23, Gerald.
4th and 23. Very, very good job here by the Rockland defense and Terry Williams shooting down that jump ball. And as we see, the punt team is coming on.
Yep. First time tonight.
Yep. First time tonight. Punt team comes on. And we've called the special teams bad, and it was just a kickoff crew. Let's see how the punt crew works out. You know, when we have Lucas Leander and all the way to the back, ready to get that ball and go. Because last time I checked, he's scored a kickoff touchdown.
Yep. And alongside Leander, to his right is number 3, Gavin Wardwell. Very, very quick back deep to the punt here.
Yeah, what they're saying is not kick it to Leander. Oh, almost blocked.
And that one's going out of bounds. Stop the clock with 1:39 to go here. That was a very short punt. I don't even think that got past the 30-yard line.
Yep, not even. It almost got blocked by Logan Rogers, and he's beat himself up on it, even though he still made a very good play in giving Rockland the ball about at the 31 or 2-yard line.
That was a good special teams play. We haven't seen, obviously, no one wants to see, a 70-yard kick return, and that's obviously going to dampen the view of the special teams tonight. But you know what? That was a pretty good special teams play right there, and that's going to get them out of that negative light that they're currently in right now from the long kick return. As Moriarty has 2 receivers left and right. DePina is out of the shotgun. Colestring's in the slot here on the left side, and he flies this one to Leander.
Oh. He had that wheel route.
Yep. No flags on the play. That's going to go down as an incomplete pass. That was a nice throw, just a little bit underthrown there. Leander's a guy where you can throw it anywhere, he'll catch it. But that was just...
Yeah, just threw right at the DB's head.
That was because he would have caught that if he was any bit more open. So that one is just, it's going to go down as... I wouldn't even call it a mistake. That's just a missed opportunity, really.
Yeah, Rockland really loves that play to give it to Leander when they're getting right into the red zone. It gives him enough space for him to develop that route and get it so he catches it right in the end zone. Timeout Seekonk.
Yep. With 1:32 to go here in the first half of the play, the score is 21-8 as the Bulldogs are 2nd and 10 from the Seekonk 31-yard line. Gerald, what are you expecting here from the Bulldogs on it? You have at least three more downs to go. You have a bit of time to work with here. You're not really in a situation where you need to score, but obviously it would be nice to go up 3 scores. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Rockland, milk down the clock. There's 1:30 left. They milk down the clock, but then they also get some points on the board. And that's really going to be the perfect job to just go to the locker room and make some adjustments and come back in the second half. But I really need them to milk down this clock here and not give Seekonk any miracle time at all.
Yep, I do agree with that, Joe. As timeout is coming to a close, Bulldog offense comes out. We'll see what they do here. As they're going to send 3 receivers out left. From the sideline, it's Wardwell, Colestring, and Leander in the slot. DePina's in the backfield left, Moriarty out of the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He flips it to DePina, who's in the backfield for a small screen pass, but he's turning this into a humongous gain. He'll get this one to about the 5-yard line, and that's going to set up a beautiful shot here for the Bulldogs. Well inside the red zone with 1:22 to go.
I got almost very happy there. DePina was invading the defenders, gonna come in front of him, and you just boop, boop, and he almost one more guy, and he would have sent that to the house.
He's so elusive and quick, and you can't write him off if you're a Seekonk. So the snap is to Colestring. He will get a gain of maybe about a yard or 2 there. Not much to speak of. 2nd and goal, less than a minute to go.
Right. I see Ian White checking in for Jordan DePina. And usually when you see Ian White check in, you see a big run up the middle. So let's see.
He had a touchdown on senior night.
Yeah, he had a touchdown on senior night. It was like, here's a touchdown, there's a touchdown, there's a touchdown.
Yeah.
They were giving out a lot. Love to see it, man. Love to see it.
35 seconds to go. Moriarty hands it off to Colestring, who will get stuffed at the line, and he will not be able to get that one into the end zone. 3rd and goal. Timeout Rockland. 27 seconds to go in the half. You have 2 plays left here for Rockland. I say that you go for the touchdown no matter what. If I'm Rockland, at least that's what I would do.
Yeah.
You definitely have time for 2 more plays. As long as you don't have a ridiculously long play, which I mean, it really have to be a long play, especially this close to the end zone. So
yeah, I don't think that's bound to happen. But 27 seconds left. You're third down, and you're in a really, really good spot here is to, go back to that play where you have two running backs in the backfield and you pick which one to give it to. You go left, and you give it to Colstring, or you go right and you give it to Leander. And you just hope for a good block by the tight end, Logan Rogers, to just get him around and go in there. But that's what I want.
No, I like that play.
That's what I want. But Rockland can just go out there and just say, let's just shoot up the gun. And pack our bags. Let's go back to the locker room, make our adjustments, and let's go in the second half and win this game.
Yeah.
Here comes Moriarty going in the huddle.
And we'll see what the Bulldogs offensive coaching staff is drawing up here.
Cornell just jumping to the line. Let's see what happens here.
And all the coaches are completely locked in here. We're going to see what happens here. Hand off to Colstring up the left. That one's in. Touchdown, Dogs. Colstring has his second of the night.
Did I not call the play call?
You just called the exact play call.
I called the exact play call.
That's pretty impressive, Gerald.
All right. I honestly put me in the shorts and the pants. I mean, the shorts and the shirt and get me out there.
Yeah, they're going to get you out there in a Bulldog polo and some khaki shorts.
Yeah, honestly, put me at the end of the coaching staff. Just put Gerald Ellis in there because I got the play call right. I'm there for you guys if you need me. You can put me on like the expert analysis now. Gerald Ellis, commentator / expert analysis. Wow.
27-8. Commons PAT looking to go up by 20 points here. We'll see what happens. He is 1 for 2 for PAT so far this game. Holder is Gavin Wardwell. Snap is high. Common's kick is up, and it is well through. It's another great kick by Common, and with that, 28-8 with 20 seconds to go here in the first half of play. I can imagine Seekonk's either going to go for a miracle play or knee it out, but Gerald, what do you have to say about this so far?
That was very, very good concentration by Wardwell there. He saw the snap was high, grabbed it, got it down, got the laces off in front of Common, and he kicked it up and got it good. Yeah. 28-8 with 20 seconds left. And the half's not over. Because you want to know what? We got to play some special teams.
Yep. That's true. We've already had a special teams blunder so far, so has Seekonk. So we're there. This game is still up. This half, I should say, is still up for grabs.
Yeah. Ben is getting at it, getting after it. Love to see it. It's not really chilly here tonight. I might have not needed a hat, but my feet are on fire. Jacob Common, ready to kick this off. Kick on the right side.
High, fielded by number 3.
Same guy that brought it around.
And
Taryn with a great tackle.
Taryn Williams, there you go.
Taryn with a very, very good tackle. That's a junior right there. You're going to need him next year to be a very, very big-time player.
Coaching staff happy with that play. 12 seconds to go in the first half of play. If you're Seekonk's miracle play time, is it just knee the ball out? I'm not really sure what they're going to do here, but
I think it's just save all the juice the second half.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Don't get a penalty or something because you might as well just call them the Seekonk penalties because they've got a lot tonight. Oh no, and they are going in a 5-wide set for the first time tonight.
This is strange. I don't think we've ever seen a 5-wide set so far this season. Aruda, he snaps the ball, and that ball is
what the duck.
Very misthrown. Intended for looks like number 11. Evan Seals, but that ball was so misthrown that I'm not even sure it was intended for him.
Yeah, that was a ducky.
And they're going to get time for maybe 2 more plays here. That play was only 3 seconds long, or 4 seconds long, rather. So they could have time for another one if they get another quick pass off here, but I highly doubt enough to get a touchdown. Their offense is just not produced enough to score. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. 2nd and 10. Two receivers left and right. Aruda out of the shotgun.
DBs are playing a little bit far up. You know, you can take what you want.
QB keeper. Tackled by Jalen Johnson, a beautiful wrap-up tackle. And that play will end the first half of play. Score is 28-8 Bulldogs. We want to remind you, this is a playoff game, and they're playing right now like they're just tossing around a JV team. They've been playing great so far, offensively and defensively. They've been making stops left and right. Obviously, special teams blunder, something you don't want to see. But, you know, they've been playing pretty good so far. Gerald, do you have anything you want to say before we close out this first half?
Other than the kickoff, man, they're playing perfect. And, you know, we make mistakes. It's 28-8. They make mistakes. But you want that one back, definitely. You want that one back.
That's definitely true, Gerald. All right. As the Bulldogs and the Warriors go into their locker rooms here, we're going to send you off very quickly to DJ Rocco from Rockland, from WRPS rather, for a quick advertisement. Then we will be back here for a halftime interview. We have a couple people who are going to be coming up here. But for now, DJ Rocco, we'll send it off to you.
Thanks, Ben and Jerry. You can find me, DJ Rocco from Rockland, every Wednesday at 3 when I host Rocco's Rewind, exclusively on WRPS 88.3 FM. Also, you should follow me on Twitter at DJ Rocco Rockland, once again at DJ Rocco Rockland. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, DJ Rocco. We're up here with the pretty much half of the Rockland cross country team. We're going to ask them a couple quick questions. Gerald's got the mic out here. So really quickly, fans, how do you think the fan section's going over there tonight? We got
Pretty lame.
One at a time, please.
Honestly, it's okay, but it could be a little better. But it's okay. It's okay. I think it could be a lot more energetic. There's always room for improvement. A lot more cheers and chants.
All right.
I see you guys all got your, or most of you guys got your jerseys on. How's are the jerseys good over there? We got like how's Jersey looking?
Everyone's wearing jerseys.
All right, good.
Patriots.
Good. And one more quick question. How do you think the Bulldogs team is doing out here so far tonight?
I think they're
Just overall.
pretty good. I mean, 28-8 playoff game, that's pretty solid.
Doing absolutely phenomenal. We got Lucas Leander out here with some long runs.
I agree with that, Mike. All right, thank you guys very much. That's all the questions that we have. Big Go Bulldogs. All right. Go Bulldogs. There we go. And we're back here with one more quick interview. Standing to my left is Mark Ewell. He's for the music department here at Rockland High School. He's down there with the band. Mark, we got two questions for you. Number one, just kind of what is your job here at RHS? You know, like how's the band going? Just kind of that, like, you know, how's the band going? All that stuff.
So I direct the middle school band, and I assist Mr. John Piazza with the high school pep band. So we play at all the football games, the pep tunes in between when the teams are changing from defense to offense. So tonight's been pretty fun. A lot of scores, so a lot of playing of the fight song, but it's been a pretty fun night so far.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And I got one more quick question for you, if my phone will cooperate here. I asked this to the cross-country team, but how do you think the team is doing so far? Obviously, we're up 28-8, but how do you think personally that we're doing?
Team's doing really well tonight. Couple tough calls off the start, especially with that kickoff out of bounds. Really tough break there. It looked, from my point of view, like it was in. But
yeah.
Team's really rallying strong. The run game seems to be working really well, which coming in the second half, it'll run the clock, help lead the game out, and hopefully go on to a win.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mark. It's great to have you up here. Again, Mark Ewell, he is for the RHS Music Department. I want to thank you for being up here.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the second half of football today. It is the first round of the Rockland MIAA playoffs today. It's the Rockland Bulldogs versus the Seekonk Warriors. As we return, it's 28-8. Bulldogs are up big in this game. They are playing great so far as they're going to get the ball back again to start this half. So we're hoping that they can just keep building on what they've been doing so far. Gerald, do you have any thoughts before we get this second half started, last 24 minutes of football here?
They played perfect in the first half, and I am a man of perfection. And what we really need hopping on offense here is to control the game. You don't really need to score the second half that much. You just need to control the game and drain some clock and close this game out.
Oh, that was offsides. Recovered nonetheless by Sam D'Souza, but there should have been a flag on that play. He was well offsides. And that's going to set the ball up After the failed onside kick attempt, Bulldogs get the ball right at the 50-yard stripe, setting them up with pretty good field position. And we're going to see Bulldogs offense come out. It's pretty realistic that if they score on this drive, Gerald, you could probably start seeing or expect to see some JV players out there.
Definitely. And I love when the JV players come on because they're my friends, and I love to see when they're on the field. But for the point differential, you might not see them on there, because that's all Playoffs is about is point differential and higher seeding. But the seeding's already made out, so you don't really know. I don't know how those guys do it in the box office on seeding and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard it's very confusing from what I've heard, and I got to be honest, I don't understand it too much myself, Gerald, but I don't know. All I know is that wins don't matter as much as point differential, at least I believe. So you can still lose a game, but still be, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, to start this first half of play here for the drive, Moriarty takes a high snap, handoff left to Colstrang, who evades a tackle, and he'll able to get at least back to the line of scrimmage there, maybe a yard. Yep, they'll say it was a yard gain there. And that's Mr. Novio out there on the chain gang, I see. But, yeah, he'll get about a yard there. He was able to turn that into what probably with most other running backs would have been a loss of about 2 yards. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you can see that red beard from anywhere.
Yep. Oh, you never want to forget to shout out the chain gang. That's
they do
my
a phenomenal job.
2nd and 9. Moriarty out of the shotgun. He's got 2 guys left in the receiving. Another handoff up the middle, left side to Colstrang, who breaks a tackle. He's free. The 20, the 10, touchdown, second play of the game, or half rather. Jacob Colstrang.
I love to see it, just finding the hole and just going through it.
Does not get much better than that to start off the half right there. 30, it's going to be 34 in a minute here, 34-8. Commons PAT is going to hopefully put him on 35. And, does that not make you, giddy? Watching that second play of the game, that just makes me joyed.
Yeah, I'm very happy here. I feel like I'm kind of mentally drained from school, but, if I'm not mad, I'm happy. So
I could agree with that, yeah.
So take it like that. But very, very good play from Colstrang there. Very good play.
Commons 2 for 3 on the night. Let's see how his PAT goes. Wardwell takes a snap. Commons PAT is up, and it is good. And with that, it's 35-8 with not even a minute down in the first half, or second half of play, rather. And that does not get much better than that to start off a quarter.
Sorry about yawning, guys. Very good work the first drive there. It came to a point where it took Rockland 1 play to get down the field and get in the end zone. Then it took them 0 plays. And now it's taking them 2 plays. What in the heck? That's perfection if I've ever seen it.
Really, and this team has so few amount of flaws. I would not be surprised to see them at Gillette Stadium again this year. Not at all. And I would love that because me and you would be up in the booth. That would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The booth at Gillette Stadium. What I wouldn't do to be there.
It would be cold, though.
It would be cold, but, come on. You're at Gillette. You're up there with, you're sitting where, Joe Buck and...
Yeah, and Troy Aikman.
Yeah, those guys are sad. Commons kick is up, and that is a flyer. That's going to be fielded about the 18-yard line by number 21, Henry Murphy. That's going to go down at about the 29-30-yard line. Tackle made by quite a few Bulldogs there. And that's a nice special team showing. And that's going to set Seekonk Warriors up here. They're going to spot the ball. Let's see what the refs do. It looks like it's going to be at the 30.
I want to know why I'm yawning so much. It's like...
You know what? It's been a long week. I don't blame you. It's been a long week. Next week is not long. Next week we have Tuesday off for voting and Friday off for Veterans Day. So we have a chillax week next week. I'm sure, or week next. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Back to football here.
Yeah, back to football.
Aruta's out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. That's number 7 is back in the game here. He'll go down after getting shoved back for a gain of only 2. And number 7 is Joseph Nolan. He went out in the first quarter Gerald, me and you were talking about him because he's a sophomore starting on varsity. That's pretty impressive, really by any count at any position. And all of a sudden, he was out with an injury, and now he's back. So that's a good sign for Seekonk. But can one player really jumpstart this very lack of production offense here?
And honestly, I think they could, because you date back to the first drive they had, probably the most successful drive they've had in terms of yardage. He was making guys miss left and right, and he was really the heart of the offense. So we'll see this drive what he can help out and do and try to get him down.
That's a handoff to Nolan, who will pass this one, and nearly intercepted by Jake Colstring.
Ben almost broke the sound barrier on that one. That was about to be a pot pick right there. That would have got the whole Memorial Park up, other than the Seekonk fans.
That's true. Although I gotta say, there's not much out there. I actually don't know where Seekonk is, so I don't know how far it is for the fans to bust themselves out here. But
it's most definitely in penalty town, because we can speak how much penalties they have tonight.
Yeah, they have not been very good with discipline tonight. I feel like every drive they have at least a couple penalties. So that's something to watch if you're Seekonk. You got to watch out for the penalties, especially holding. We've seen illegal blocking. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We got 3 receivers right, 1 left here as Aruda takes a snap. He wheels out right. It's a pass play. That ball is so close to an interception by Wardwell. He had that one right out of his hands, but you know what? He didn't have the interception. That's great defense by Wardwell.
Definitely.
That's, you're not going to catch it every time, and that one's rough, but hey, that's great defense, and I'll take that every time.
Definitely, I'll take that every single time. If we can force an incompletion, let's force an incompletion. And am I seeing punting team come on?
Punt team's coming on, so that's
forcing incompletion, get the offense back on the field. But the one thing you want to do in this play right here is not give it a number 23 on the line. That's what their coach is telling them. Do not give it to that bad man, number 23.
And I do want to remind you guys, this punt last time, this punter only punted about 15, 20 yards. That snap's on the ground.
Oh, no.
And this is going to be a botched play, as nearly tackled by Logan Rogers. We'll see what he can do here. He's going to be tackled well behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 15 yards. That's going to set the Bulldogs up at the Seekonk 15, 16-yard line.
Honestly, if I were Seekonk punter there, I would have just thrown the ball.
Yep.
I would have just heaved it, maybe throw an interception, but it's a mini punt instead of spotting the Seekonk defense all the way at like the 11. It was at the 16. Sorry, 16.
Yeah, this has not been a great showing for them tonight, really by any standards. And this is a rough one to watch for your Seekonk fan. I can tell you this. I'm a Bulldogs fan. I'm having a lot of fun up here. Every time they score, the energy has been great from the fans, and it's definitely great up here. So there's a handoff to Colstrang, who still has room to run. He'll punch this one in for his, I believe, is that his 4th touchdown of the night?
I'm not counting, but I think it was.
That was either his 3rd or 4th touchdown of the night. So he's on track to have a monster game tonight.
I hope he has, considering he's a senior, I hope he has these coaches looking at him, man. He is a special player. These college coaches looking at him. He is a special player. If it's a guy that can go give you multiple touchdowns in a night, and especially the playoffs, he's got to be special. He's got to be special. And if his name's not Leander, he's got to be special. Holy moly. Usually we only see Leander going for multiple touchdowns, but we're seeing Colstring go for many tonight.
And I believe it was the Abington game where Colstring had 4 touchdowns in 1 half. So he's maybe not in 1 half, but he's still very, very good game, really by any standards. Commons kick, he's 3 for 4. That kick is up, and it is good. And now he is 4 for 5 as the Bulldogs are up 42-8. And I want to remind you guys, this is a playoff game, and Seekonk is just absolutely getting, just getting picked off left and right. And I don't mean that like intercepted. I just mean like everything they do is just getting blocked by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the energy is poor. I thought the Bulldog energy was bad after that let-up touchdown. But the energy over there is not good at all, man. It's not good. It's like, bad luck next year. But what can you really do when you're down 42-8? And if I do my math, that is about 36 points down.
Good math there, Gerald. Actually,
sorry. 34 points down.
That's good math.
Shout out to Paul Pierce. 34 points down, and, you know, what can you really do here? You can't get a defensive stop, and then you really can't generate any offense. So you might just throw in the white towel, like what multiple players are wearing on the field, and just get on the buses over there and just go home. You know, save some time.
I don't know what else you do right now. I mean, I think you just let the clock run out, and chance of a comeback I really don't see happening as that ball is fielded by Henry Murphy. He will get that to about the 35-yard line before he's taken out of bounds by a couple of Bulldogs there. I think I saw Sean Geary on the tackle.
Yeah, he was getting fired up at that one. Damon loved it.
And Bulldogs defense coming out for another time tonight. They've been highly successful. The only touchdown that they've let up tonight was following a about 60-yard kick return. So you really cannot, you know, the very little faults. That's what I have to say. And if this is any marker of how they're going to play for the rest of the playoffs, then other teams got to be scared.
Definitely.
On the D-line, I see Logan Rogers, Sam D'Souza, Patrick Hitchcock, and Leary Costa.
Motion number 11, they whip it to him.
It's a pitch out wide left. He's brought down by DePina and Leander on the left side of the field after a gain of about 2 or 3.
Is that a flag down? I don't know what I see. Is that a banana on the ground?
Banana. That's a flag, my guy. That's number 11 on the carry, Evan Seals. And we'll see what the call is here. Seekonk has not been very disciplined, so. Yep, that's on Seekonk.
I'm telling you, they're from Penalty Town.
And they're going to keep moving back here. That's going to be spotted, I think, is that 10 yards? Ooh, that's 15 yards after the run. So 2nd and 8 is very quickly going to turn into about 2nd and 23.
That's Brandon Cabot, the sophomore, checking in for Leary Costa.
And that's, you know what, that's a JV sophomore right there. So you're already starting to see it. 8 minutes and about 40 seconds to go in the game. You're going to start, or in the game, in the third quarter, you're already seeing JV guys come in. That's a screen pass out to number 10 for Seekonk. Number 10 being Aiden Peterson, senior. He'll get a gain of a few there, but not much to speak of. It's going to be 3rd and still very long for the Warriors here. Clock is still running here, and I'd have to imagine that at this point, I know last game versus, who's last game versus? It was versus the Sachems. It wasn't Middleborough. I know Middleborough's also the
somewhere
Sachems.
up north. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Saugus. Saugus, they were letting the clock run pretty much the entire 4th quarter, so I can pretty much bet you they're going to do something similar here today in this game. And this game is even worse than Saugus was. That's a play action pass again to number 10. And that one's dished out deep. Intercepted. Oh, he dropped it.
Number 10, Aiden Peterson's pass is incomplete.
There is a flag on the play, and that one's on Rockland, so that's going to move the ball forward. So it's going to be 3rd and a bit more manageable here. I didn't catch what the penalty was, but it looks like he is talking to, or Coach LaCour is talking to Liam Wallace there. So that's a 3rd and much more manageable here. It's going to be 3rd and, they keep going forward. 3rd and 5. So a 3rd and 20 turns into a 3rd and 5 here.
They have to move a chain.
Nope,
so
move the chains. Automatic first.
Oh.
So I don't know what the call was, but that hurts.
It's 1st down and 10, ball at the 41.
That's a very, very big gain for Seekonk, you know.
Yep.
All right, we have 2 receivers lined out left, 2 on the right.
That's Murphy in the backfield to the left of Aruda. Aruda takes a snap, handoff to, play action. He's going to take this one to the left side of the field. That's Aruda, quarterback carry. He'll get about 2 yards on the left there after a QB keeper.
Is that Jack Sullivan?
Yep, that's Jack Sullivan.
And that is 56.
And Ramia Soar.
Ramia Soar.
So that's 2 juniors, JV players who are subbing in for Liam Wallace and Ian White. So already seeing some varsity players subbing out. And obviously in the playoffs, you do want to prioritize that if you can, because last thing you need in the playoffs is an injury. So if you're going to sub out guys who you need to, obviously you're going to do that. You're going to take that chance. But it'll be cool to see how the JV players play tonight. For a lot of them, this is their first varsity playoff appearance ever. QB keeper is only going to, get a gain of about 2 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Whole bunch of Bulldogs there on the tackle, pile of them.
Very good work by the defensive line there. Swallow him up, fighting him, swallow him up. Seekonk here, seeing a fairly younger D-line. They should just penetrate up the middle, you know?
Yep. I do agree with that. They got to use what they're seeing to their advantage. But they're going to go for a pass here, and over the middle, caught for a first down. On the catch is number 2, Manuel Suarez. Oh, no catch. I'm sorry. Intended for number 2, Manuel Suarez, the 3rd senior, but that's a no catch, and that is going to be 4th and 5. Pardon me.
That's it. Hey, that kid's gonna want that one back on the bus ride.
Yep. And in a game where you're losing this bad, every first down, every catch, every run counts, and you want to be a guy who sticks out on a score sheet in a loss like this, and that drop pass is really going to come back to bite him. He's a senior, so he will be graduating. But if he was any other year, that would have come back to bite him next year.
It's definitely going to bite him if he's a senior.
Here's Aruda out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left and right. He snaps the ball. Murphy goes out on a screen pass left. He soars this one out. Caught by number 1. Kevin Crow, senior, tackled by Jordan Apina after that was about a 35, 40-yard bomb. He was wide open on that. And that's a momentum shift right there. That's going to get Seekonk in this game. Obviously, maybe not winnable. I would say almost definitely not winnable, but any momentum boost at this point in the game will count.
Definitely. Spotted at the 10.
Jaden Aruda out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 right. He's got Henry Murphy to his left in the running back spot. He motions his man, number 11. That's number 10. It's a double jet sweep onto the right side of the field.
Oh.
Brought down. Let's see who is on the tackle there. That's number 3, Gavin Wardwell.
What the Rocket coaches will love here is that they made a mistake, let them get down the field, but stuff them. Stuff them when they get that close to the end zone.
It looks like 2nd and 7 here, as we have just over 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Rockland defense looking to keep Seekonk off the board for the first time since the 1st quarter, I believe, right? So they're going to be looking to,
I think it was the 2nd quarter.
2nd quarter. Either way, it's been a while since I've said Seekonk touchdown. So they're going to want to keep the momentum in their hands and not give it up to Seekonk as they motion Seals here again. That's to Henry Murphy. Ref signal touchdown. That is their 2nd touchdown of the night. Number 21, Henry Murphy, is going to go down with that touchdown. I'm sorry, I've been saying Henry Murphy. It's Harry Murphy. That's one way to make me feel like a dope.
Definitely, man, definitely.
That was a 9-yard touchdown run by number 21, Harry Murphy.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Yep, they're in that same formation that they were last time they went for a 2. They have 3 backs there. Let's see what they do here. No receivers. And Bobble can't make the catch. And 2-point conversion is no good. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 42-14 as the Bulldog kickoff team, or kick return team rather, is going to come out to take this one out. For only the second time tonight after a touchdown, they're going to be going to receive. And I don't, Gerald, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what to say. The Seekonk is down by so many scores that, I mean, it's not competitive. I think both teams are kind of ready to wrap this one up, get the gear off, and go home.
Yeah, definitely. But congrats to Rockland on getting a very good win. First trip in the playoffs, and they get a very good win, showing that they are a threat in this bracket.
Yep, that's true. They really, I think a lot of people counted them out earlier this year because you lost guys like Celestino, you lost Brett Armstrong, you lost, obviously you lost your kicker, Jerry Esposito.
Yeah.
So you're losing a lot of veteran guys who really meant a lot to this team, and a lot of people were skeptical about Rockland's abilities, and I've been very impressed with Lucas Leander, Michael Moriarty, Jay Colstring. I mean, that's the big three, right? Gavin Wardwell as well. That's worked for them very much this year so far. That kick is high and wide, fielded by Taryn Williams, very deep, right about the end zone line. Let's look at that ball, only just past the 10-yard line, and that's going to set up the Bulldogs with pretty poor field position there.
Where would that ball be spotted at, Ben? Is it a 10?
It will be spotted 11, 12-yard line.
Okay.
So a little bit over.
That's probably the deepest Rockland has been all night.
And that was all
territory on the offensive side.
That was all on the kick. That had nothing to do with a bungled return. That was just a very good kick by the kicker. And I believe their kicker is Seals. Was it number 11, Evan Seals, on the kick? I could not see the number. But I believe it was. Moriarty, he's going to hand this one off to number 2, Jordan Apino, who gets the outside block. He's still moving, and with plenty of room to go, he'll get this ball up to about the 34-yard line. There's a flag on the play at the offensive line. Holding call on the Bulldogs. Ooh, that's rough. Apino, that's his first carry, I believe, of the half, and that's tough to get sent back, because now they're going to be, instead of being at the 34, they're going to be much closer to their own 4-yard line. And they're backed up against the wall right now.
Yep. That is going to be enough. That's going to be on the Bulldogs there.
Half distance to the goal. Still first down.
Now they are officially the farthest back they've ever been. Tonight they have 2 receivers out left.
Let's see what the play call is.
Apina in the backfield, it looks like. Motion Leander. Looks like a pass to me. Oh, no.
Oh, and he's got rum. Oh, he's still going. Eludes defenders, and he'll get that ball to about the 20. And that's not going to move the chains quite yet, but that is dang near close, as it's going to be about 2nd and 2.
Gain of 14 on the carry. 2nd and 1, all at the 20-yard line.
I just love how Jordan gets out there. When he gets given the opportunity to bounce outside, he takes it and runs with it. He is very, very good at running on that outside. He reminds me, he looks like any college running back, man.
He is so quick and athletic that you really can't stop him, because even when you think you got him, he's so strong that he's just gonna bounce off.
Just right now, it bounced off him. Just bounces off. Absolutely love it.
And let's see, he'll get. I don't believe. Oh, yep, they will move the chains there. It's 1st and 10. Apina's carry is going to move the sticks. Just
First
over
down.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter here. That's 16 minutes of football left on WRPS.
7-10 Rockland, ball at their own 23-yard line.
And I'm actually not entirely sure who they would be playing next week, Gerald.
Yeah, that depends on how the matchups go and how the matchups go in other places this Friday night. And I hope they go up against more so another opponent like this, where we get a nice blowout.
I would love to get a look at the bracket, but I actually haven't looked at a divisional bracket yet. Stepina gets another outside carry, and he's still evading defenders. He's got no one in sight. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, number 2, Jordan Stepina.
Holy moly, Jordan just made that play right there. He absolutely made that. That whole drive was just Jordan Stepina, Jordan Stepina, Jordan Stepina, Jordan Stepina. I absolutely love it.
What else can he ask for, man? He took this drive from all the way back, basically within 10 yards of their own end zone, and just drove the ball almost entirely by himself all the way down the field. That is impressive stuff.
That was awesome. That was awesome. And usually we do get a second half, third quarter annual Jordan Stepina 50-plus yard run touchdown.
Yep.
We usually get one of those, and we got it from about 80 yards back. And he is begging for water on that sideline right there.
Commons kick to go up 49-14. He's 4 for 5 so far tonight. Kick is up, and it is no good.
Ooh.
Score is going to stay at 48 rather to 14. And kickoff team is going to come out for the umpteenth time tonight. I can't even count. It's been so many scores. And goodness gracious, this is just getting uglier and uglier for Seekonk at every turn.
It's the first time we're going to see Dylan Reese back on the field after his mistake on kickoff.
And I'm all for second chances. I think, I think they're right to give Dylan that second chance. You know, they're up. They have a humongous cushion to give him that, and I think they're right because Dylan was getting an earful after the special teams blunder. So it's nice to see him back on the field. He can really kind of let go of some of that anger, and I don't blame him.
See what we can get here.
Commons kick is fielded at about the 35 by, that's number 2, Manuel Suarez III. And Suarez will get that ball to about the 37-yard line, where they will set up shop on yet another offensive drive. Last time they scored a touchdown, right? That was last drive. Last time they were able to go down and score, missed the 2-point conversion, so they now have 14 points. And
we'll see. We'll see what these some of these JV players can do. You know, they scored a touchdown on our GBD line almost, and let's see what they can do here. See if our GBD line gets a crack at them.
And I see Coach LaCour motioning to put some other JV players in, but first we'll see Aruta's pass. That one
That's definitely on
hit
the ground.
And yep, here comes in number 11, Tyler Beener.
And is that another one on the ground? Please say that's on the. Wow.
Beener's coming in for Lucas Leander.
Yeah, that was on the ground.
Yeah, that was definitely on the ground.
That's funny. Tyler's checking in for Leander, and he looks scared. He looks like a scared little girl.
Oh, come on. Now you're just ranking on him.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke, by the way. We don't want to get on him too much. We're just joking up here in the booth.
Yeah. We're just, it's all just fun and jokes, you know. What can you do when it's up? We're up 48 to 14.
Exactly.
Sorry, Tyler Beener, if you're watching, in the Beener family.
And they got 3 receivers left, 1 right. Aruta's out of the shotgun. And he snaps this one, wheels out left. He's got pressure coming in. That's caught by number 11. That's Evan Seals. And he'll push that ball forward an extra probably 3 or 4 yards. That's an athletic showing by a player whose name I really don't think I've said very much tonight.
Yeah, now that they put him out on safety now, and they're making him work. They're making him work. Seeing what some of these backups can do. You know, you have DBs that are also offensive threats. So what if one of them goes down? Knock, knock, knock on wood. It's not
Yeah, I know
jinx it, but like, what happens if one of them goes down? You're gonna need someone to pick up that slack on either role, on both roles they have. You have Jordan, DB running back. You have Wardwell, DB receiver. You have Leander, DB receiver running back.
And that one's to Murphy. Who was that on the tackle? That was a beautiful tackle. That was number 11, Tyler Beener. That was a beautiful tackle there.
Sorry, he might not be a scared little girl. He might be the steal, Tyler Beener.
And he's getting that due praise from the coaches on the sideline. Tyler is a third-year football player. He's played football for years. As have most of these guys, but I've known Tyler since I think it was about 4th grade. He was playing football before then, so he's been playing football for a long time, as have most of these guys. But a quick shout-out to a good friend. And this is another pass. Aruda is going to find his man. That's going to be a first down due to forward progress, but he will get taken out by Taryn Williams. That was Manuel Suarez on the catch.
Very good wrap up there by Taryn Williams. Is that Thomas Sadamid checking in, my physics partner checking in for Jalen Johnson?
Number 59, that is Thomas Sadamid.
I knew it. I can see a lazy walk if I ever seen one.
Ooh, you're going after these guys tonight.
I love it because they are my friends, and
No, I feel you.
they're all at the end of the day. They know this is gonna be fun and jokes.
Aruda's out of the shotgun again. He's got 2 receivers left and right. It's a handoff to Harry Murphy. He'll get the first down, taken down by Sean Geary and Tyler Beener after a first down gain, about 12 yards on the play. That's going to be a blunder on the D-line. They got to be there, and I know they got a couple JV guys in, but they got to be there if they want to stop that run really before it gets to that point. So that's really why you haven't seen any run game from them tonight, because the varsity players have just shut it down.
Definitely. This is all this right here is just for the morale here. This is all for the morale on the bus ride home to say that we did something. Really, the game ended 48-8.
Yeah, it's been over.
It really ended at 48-8, but then you got to sub in the JV players. You know, we have a good Rockland whole Rockland football team.
Ooh.
But
it was a good tackle there by
you rather the varsity players in instead of the JV players.
And that was number 10, Aiden Peterson. I'll get back to you in 1 second. Aiden Peterson on the carry. Gerald, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh yeah, you rather have the varsity players than the JV players, and the JV players are good, but the varsity players are where it's at. That's why they're varsity players, is because they're the real deal. And the JV players are usually for a JV player, you're not there just yet. You have some sparks where you are a varsity player, but you're not there just yet. And it's somewhat showing here, and it's a good experience for those players. Like for me in basketball, as a JV player, I had some sparks where I could have been a varsity player, but ultimately I was still at the JV level because I was making mistakes as a JV player. And Coach Licori, he's going out there and he's saying, Are we gonna get a block? Are we gonna go tackle a man? Are we gonna make an adjustment to these players? Because that's what you need to know in your head as a varsity player, that he's getting them ready for next year when they need to step up as seniors and juniors.
That's where you see that stuff. This is where you see, who's going to be your future, your future all-stars, your future role players, and this is where you really see that. Give me 1 sec here. I'm just gonna... And 36 minutes of standing up here. I gotta say, my knees are hurting.
Yeah, my legs are killed, man. These Jordans are no joke. Flat. I don't know how MJ dropped 45 points in these in a playoff game against the Celtics. That's a disgrace on the Celtics.
A nice leather sofa up here is what we need, Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna need that funded.
Maybe at Gillette.
We might request that at Gillette.
Aruda's handoff here is going to go back to Nolan, who is going to get taken down. That's Ryan Oliveira, who he bumps through. A couple of other guys. Let me just make sure that was number 83. Yep, Ryan Oliveira. And Nolan will get a couple yards on the carry, but still going to be third down nonetheless. Third and short. they are in the red zone here. Seekonk is. They're looking to get on the board in kind of a desperation time play here. You know, if they do, that's great for them. But let's be real, they're not coming back in the next 12 minutes. It's not happening.
It's not happening. If they had a chance where it was 5 minutes, they had to spot it all the way back on our side of the field, but then DePina just ran it home. So
yep,
it was really that clearly closed the window if there was anyone.
Looks like a QB keeper as he takes this one to the right side of the field. Taken down by a combination
Looks like a first down.
That was a first down, I believe. That was Taryn Williams and Jack Sullivan on the tackle. And we'll see what the refs give it here. Yep, first down. They're going to move the chains.
Oh, my. Pardon my yawning, man. I might need a yawning counter up here. You know, I've yawned probably like 18 times tonight.
We got the Gerald meter up here. We got the yawn counter over here.
Yeah.
We got stuff all over the screen.
Yeah, honestly, you know, we might need it in production. The meter could have gone away after the first half. The first half, you don't really need the meter, but after the first half, but we definitely need the yawn meter on the second half because holy moly, man. I have been yawning like it's ready to go to bed.
All right, we got two backs in the backfield. This is a look we haven't seen too much from Seekonk tonight. So they're going to hand it off to Nolan. He will get the outside run left. Ooh,
whoa!
Barrels through. Is that number – who was that? That was number 20, I believe, Jay Common, who missed the tackle there. And that's another JV player. That's –
you're going to feel that like it's not even JV player, first-year player.
Yeah, that's true. Common is a first-year player. So
first-year player playing football in his entire life. You know, you have players like Talabina, a 3-year player, but he's a 3-year player in high school. He's been playing since it's opened up shop in 2nd grade.
And Seekonk wastes no time marching down the field, getting that touchdown. That's going to add an extra 6 to the board.
Yeah, he's just got trot in there, you know.
And Bulldogs coaching staff's not happy with that, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, because, you know, you don't give up. The thing is that you even though you're up a lot,
you don't give up.
You don't give up. And then you don't give up and give away cheap points to make the game seem close. And then 2, you don't let anyone outwork you at all in this 48 minutes regulation?
48.
48.
Yeah.
You don't let anyone outwork you at all.
And
so for them to let him just walk in like that, that will piss off a coach.
And, you know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your foot, you know, going pedal to the metal, but you don't step on the brakes. So that's one thing.
Definitely.
They're going to give the ball to Nolan, who will get in there, 48-22, as just over 9 minutes to go in the game here. And Seekonk's probably going to start to put together their next year's starting lineup on the field over there because this is just about over for them.
I have a question, man. What do you do here? Do you onside kick it here? Do you try to get a little trickery here? Or do you kick it off, right? I mean, the clock is ticking. Do you kick it off, hope to get them on their side of the field, hope to get a stop, then score, then onside kick and get a little trickery going? Do you do that, or do you just out the gate try to open up a bigger window for yourselves now, right here?
Honestly, Gerald, you're in desperation time. You're down this many scores. You have to take risks. And even if those risks mean that your potential, I mean, onside kick failure can mean you're giving them fantastic field position. But in all honesty, like, what other options do you have if you want to, you know, at least be in the game? Maybe not winning it, but if you want to be competitive, you have to take risks. So I would say if you're Seekonk, you know what, maybe you don't get the onside kick, but you need to do something here. And I think it's better than just kicking it off and hoping your defense will stop the Bulldogs offense, because let's be honest, that hasn't happened tonight. They're not stopping them. So I think you at least try to get your offense the ball rather than simply just give the Bulldogs the ball. Yep, they're going to try that here. Fielded by D'Souza.
Yell at somebody else. Yell at somebody else. I don't call plays. Yell at somebody else.
I was surprised that Sam D'Souza was.
48-22. Get over it.
I'm surprised Sam D'Souza would get a little frisky and get an onside there. That's kind of scary. It's kind of scary that, you know, Sam D'Souza wasn't ready to go. He was ready to go block, not grab that ball there. We had some coaches chirping a little bit.
Pardon me, I'm just listening to some interesting stuff going on up here in the booth. It's part of the football experience of sharing the booth with coaches. And Jordan Apina and a quarterback, Dom White. He is going to get stuffed at the line there. And Dom White has a varsity touchdown this year. He came in earlier this year versus Saugus, was able to put up his first varsity touchdown of his career. And, if you're a JV player, get the opportunity to score in a varsity game. It's an experience really of a career, for at least for that season. So Dom White, he will be a name to watch for the next 2 years. He's only a sophomore. He will be a varsity running back, at least in my opinion, in the future. So you can definitely expect to, remember his name. But, of course, that carry was not to his liking. There's a lot of commotion going on behind the booth.
One thing I can't... Is that Jordan Apina, QB?
Yep,
Whoa.
that's Taryn Williams on the jet sweep. And, oh, my goodness, he's still
Go!
up. What a carry by Taryn. And that's a gain of about 8-9 yards. And the Corey motioning to the sideline, telling his players to come here. And I can't hear what he's saying, but...
I wish I knew what he was saying, but,
I have to imagine it's important. The entire sideline is huddled down there.
It's definitely something... It's definitely something to say about conduct, sportsmanlike conduct.
5 minutes ticking down in the game here. DePina out of the shotgun, and he gets the false start here as this is going to move the Bulldog ball forward. That's going to give an automatic first.
Honestly, I want to just see it. Give a touchdown to Dom White. Let's try something like that. I'm kind of speechless after the coach verbal brawl that we had up here. Got kind of scary. Got kind of scared for my life. But that's the playoff energy. That's the playoff energy.
I'll pass on getting in the middle of that because we are in the booth up here. We are right in between both coaching staffs, so that's not the place you want to be if you're gonna be in the middle of that. It's first down.
Yeah.
DePina hands it off to Williams on a jet sweep, who is using his quickness to get a gain of about 7 or 8 yards there on the carry.
I love that Chuck McDonald is gaining his quick play, his Swiss Army knife, his new Swiss Army knife next year after Lucas is gone, Taryn Williams, and because he can play receiver, he can play DB, he can play running back, he can play quarterback if you want him. He can also play offensive line if you want him. You can play defensive line if you want him to. I'm going to pass on the bank. So I can ramble. He can play linebacker. He can play kicker. He can play everything.
He's extremely versatile, and that's, a jack of all trades is something you look for in an athlete of any sport, and Taryn is certainly, among some of the greatest athletes that I've seen in Rockland High School. So it would be great to keep feeding him the ball. High snap, well over
grab
the
it, get on
head.
it. Jordan.
He gets on the ball, but that's going to be third and about 19. And who was that snapping?
Giovanni.
That was Giovanni Cornell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of JoJos from the sideline. Not happy with that one.
Just about, I should say, 2.5 minutes to go in the game. If I guess you could say that the Bulldogs are going to go for an aggressive play here to try to get the first, but at this point, they're just worried about milking the clock, so I don't think you're going to see anything too crazy, especially with DePina's really yet to be determined arm strength. They're going to give the ball to Williams on a run right, who's still moving, and he'll get a gain of about 5-6 yards there before he's taken down, giving the Bulldogs a 4th and looks like 14, 4th and 15 maybe. And don't see a punt team coming on.
No, we're moving at 2 minutes under. 2 minutes under left in this game here, and you know, what could you really take away from this game here from the Bulldogs?
Well, I mean, what else can you take away other than they are an extremely dominant team who is just they're at this rate they are dead set on going to Gillette Stadium. They are dead set on it, and I really think that that is probably the only takeaway that you can get here. Let's see. Looks like it was timeout.
Is it a timeout, or is it they just calling the game? I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure. I do see Officer Schnabel down on the field. Looks like there is some commotion, which is unfortunate. It's a bad look on both teams. It's a poor way to end the game, especially a game that you've put a lot of effort into, and it's disappointing to end a game on such a poor note, but we'll see what the turnout is here.
Think they're just gonna snap it one last time? Probably not.
Nah, they'll probably knee it out, and then it'll be over. Yep. So that's going to end the game right there. Your final score, Bulldogs 48, Seekonk 22, and with that, the Bulldogs are going to move on to the next round of the playoffs. I know we've already, had a lot of time to speak about it. Quick post-game analysis. Gerald, what are you thinking about this game?
I think Rockland, they came out here and they know the assignment, and they went after it. There was not a dull moment in this game. There was a moment where we were high, there was a moment where we were low, and ultimately they just stuck to the assignment and they finished out the game.
And I do agree with you, Gerald. That was a very it was a fun game to watch for Bulldogs fans, and we look forward to seeing them next Friday. I'm not entirely sure who they will be playing, but we will be here on WRPS. Again, I'm your commentator, Ben Carpini, alongside Gerald Ellison. We want to thank you for choosing to watch this game on WRPS, and we will see you next weekend under the Friday Night Lights. Have a great evening, everybody.